Hey everyone, Joshua Hanlon here, and today I'm in the Everglades in Florida, about 45 minutes outside of Naples, Florida, and I'm at Wooten's Airboat Tours. Airboat tours are an iconic part of the Florida landscape for a lot of the state as people go out into the swamp areas and want to check out, see the wildlife, and just enjoy all of the nature that Florida has to offer here. These are very loud. One just started up in the background there and is taking off. You might be able to hear it behind me here, but they actually give you like ear coverings because the motor gets so loud. But these airboats are, if you haven't seen them before, they're very shallow, and then they have the giant fan and engine on the top of it, and so that allows them to go through these mangroves and grassy areas that can be very shallow water, all the way to just an inch or two of water that they can work through. Now, there are a couple different sizes here, so they have one that's more like, they call it a bus, and then the one that we did is kind of a mini airboat. It can only fit about 8 people, but that was really nice. So it was just our group of 3 people and then another couple, and so you got really kind of customized service, and the airboat captain would sit down and explain things along the way. One of my favorite parts of this is that it combines both a super fun experience while also being very educational, and that's always really cool. So you get to ride in the airboat, and he's doing some cool like turns in the water, and that's a really neat experience. But along the way, the captain's also explaining the ecological history of the Everglades, both in the past and then what's going on right now. So there are a couple big problems they're facing right now. There's giant pythons. When a hurricane hit a few years ago, they had a lot of pythons escape, and now they've breeded massively, and there are hundreds of thousands, quite literally, pythons that can grow into 14 feet in size that have become a massively invasive species. They're trying to hunt them down right now, but struggling to figure that out. There's also the mangrove problem, and the mangroves have come in from the coast and are choking out all of the grasslands, and the grasslands are where the alligators like to sit and sun themselves, and they need those places to lay their eggs as well. So the mangroves have become invasive as well in this area. So there are a number of kind of ecological, natural things that you can learn about and appreciate this area much more as you learn about what's happening here in Florida. Now, as I mentioned, we did a deal with the miniature airboat, and then we also got a 30-minute ride on a swamp buggy. So it was a 50-minute ride on the airboat and a 30-minute swamp buggy ride. Those combined were $85 per person. The swamp buggy is a very different experience. It's this like 9-foot giant kind of lifted truck vehicle they take you on and take you out kind of into the woods portion more. And you can see on that portion of it, there's the potential to see bears. We unfortunately did not see any, but they do have some black bears in this part of Florida. So all of those experiences combined are really neat. And like I said, it was about $85 for that package as well. They also have a whole kind of farm portion here where you can see different alligator shows, and then they have some other animals on display as well. So if you're in the Everglades, there are tons and tons of airboat places, so you can look into others as well if you want that might be closer to either the kind of the Naples or the Miami side, depending on which side you're coming in from. But we were super happy with the service here at Wooten's and would highly recommend them if you're wanting a really cool, adventurous, and educational experience here in the Everglades. Thanks for watching.